Great Wrestling Debate.
Unified WWE Championship, or whatever they call it.
What an idiot audience. Whoever voted for that, which probably was 38%.
A few years from now, it's still going to be called like
The Unified Champion.
Yeah, it refers to, That's like, remember when they unified the belts? And,
The WWE Unified. I mean, it just doesn't even sound right.
And now, here's Tyler Wilde.
Yes. It seems like we're still having trouble figuring out what the real name of this new WWE Championship is.
They couldn't even give that new title a week.
Yeah.
Somebody knew it was a stupid name.
Now it's the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, that's
a mouthful.
It's a mouthful, but I did suggest that this was the smartest name you could give the belt. Just merge the two names together.
Sometimes, but sometimes they refer to it as the Champion of Champions, and it's pretty funny. And the fact that they didn't really unify the belts this past Monday on Raw. That know Randy Orton still came out with both championships.
Well, Chris Jericho did that too.
No unification going on really, anyways, yet. So I guess it makes sense so far. The World Heavyweight, it's kind of a mouthful. I don't know.
Yeah, it is. It is a mouthful.
Eventually they might just end up saying the WWE. Just by nature, it's quite a mouthful. Of course, we got Corey over there, I guess, picking up the phone.
Well, it could be our aunt. She's in the hospital.
Oh, really?
There's.
Let's go to the phone.
Yeah, Corey going to the phone over there. But
our third wing for the next maybe month.
We have Corey joining us
for at least a month.
Yeah, for a month
until college. The semester starts.
Yeah, perhaps we'll be back downstairs in just a minute here.
Yeah,
in the downstairs studio to continue with the show. But anyways, TLC we're coming off of. Obviously, was centered around this unification championship match, whatever you want to call it.
I mean, 2 handicap matches, one.
Yeah.
Both which I got right. Both
which I think we kind of agreed, the direction they were going in. Although, it's kind of funny that CM Punk, he won that, and it looked like maybe the Shield breakup was going to happen, and then the next night on Raw,
They get a win. They get a win.
Yeah, when CM Punk actually has some help. So it's kind of ironic there, but it's putting in all now.
Well, I don't want the Shield to just split off like
suddenly.
I want to do it like nice and slow.
Yeah.
Like I said, the Shield, their WrestleMania matches to me it's down to 2 options. It's either the Shield versus the Wyatt family, and that's where the split happens, or you do it before WrestleMania. Believe it or not, Dean Ambrose is still the U.S. champion right now. I know that kind of gets thrown off.
Kind of forget about it, yeah.
But, triple threat. Dean Ambrose defends it against Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
A show triple threat match for the United States Championship.
Yeah. I don't know. I always thought maybe they could somehow... I think I suggested this last week where, maybe Ambrose has a match and there's some kind of distraction or, and then and somehow the Shield ends up screwing Dean Ambrose.
But who would get the belt then?
Somebody else who they face. I don't know.
Well, that's the thing.
That's the thing too. I mean,
try spotting somebody else that even wants to get a U.S. title match. I just like I said, that's just my opinion right now, based on what I think would be marketable for Mania.
Yeah.
Like instead of just throwing it to like some random mid carder that we know is not gonna do jack to the belt.
Yeah. I mean, at this point.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think very soon the Intercontinental and U.S. titles gonna get merged too, because. Do we even need 2 mid-card titles?
Which I'd be in favor of, especially since right now the focus is on the Intercontinental Championship, I think. Big E Langston, right. Because, I mean, Dean Ambrose doesn't need the U.S. belt, and I mean, it's... I think, the Shield, soon should be above that level anyways, so... in some...
a new belt.
Yeah, and in some regards,
they'll probably just scrap one and just call the Intercontinental title or something like that, or,
Or maybe they'll pull what they do with the WWE and the United States Intercontinental Championship. I mean, that could happen.
Yeah.
But no, I mean it shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it's not with the Shield. I don't think that they have to feud over that belt anyways. I mean, it's not. I don't know. It's kind of been. It hasn't really been the focus with the Shield anyways.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially since Ambrose isn't really defending the title in the pay-per-view.
He hasn't defended in a while.
I can't. So it's like, I mean, it's almost, pretty irrelevant anyways. But as far as the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match goes.
Yes.
Sounded, it's TLC match. Obviously, none of us here saw it. I mean,
we did order it.
That was the only match on the pay-per-view.
We didn't really think it was worth $50. We also did not know they were actually going to follow promise and give us a clean finish either.
They did. There's no,
they had to do something to make it for those.
There was no, Cena grabs the WWE Championship and Orton somehow grabs the World Heavyweight.
No. What happened was Cena got
handcuffed.
No. Well, that's not how it finished, though. I mean, they were both at the top of a ladder.
Well, that's true.
Cena got knocked out, but apparently he got only get free from the cuffs. He twisted one of the ropes off so he could get
off
loose.
The turnbuckle or something. Yeah,
and he used it as like a weapon. He actually kind of lassoed Orton off the ladder. But then Orton, because a part of it was still attached to Cena's leg, it kind of they kind of pushed it off, and then Cena literally landed head first into a table that did not break.
Yeah,
guy's probably concussed.
Which is that could be,
and he might be because he didn't wrestle in Raw.
Yeah, especially
And even though there's been no reports of him being concussed, I don't know how. You get shoved headfirst into a table and it doesn't break. You're not concussed. So.
Yeah. It's better, actually, I think, less painful to go through the table because it gives, whereas if it doesn't give, it's like, wait a minute, that's. So.
I mean, I think Seth Rollins got very lucky. Right. He also ran headfirst through
last year,
multiple tables.
Last year, TLC, when the Shield had, an incredible match.
I think he might have had. I don't know.
The back of his head just clipped the one table.
I don't know. I don't know if he was mildly concussed. Maybe do that match too. So,
nevertheless, here they are, still all healthy. So
all healthy still. Like I said, and besides that match, I think every Shield match has been a good match all year. I think you can say Shield bad match.
Yeah, exactly.
Year. Yeah, they've been clearly a workhorse team.
Right. Yeah, and it'll definitely be interesting to see what direction they go with here.
Mm-hmm.
So. But Orton won the title, which I think we're thankful for.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what they do with the Royal Rumble though. With the next.
Well, I originally thought John Cena, but now it sounds like they might even float Daniel Bryan's name. Maybe a triple threat
I heard there's a triple threat match idea. I don't know what.
I mean, especially the screwy finish. That. I mean, if Orton would have won over Bryan, even if it was shenanigans, at one point I thought the Wyatt family was going to interfere, and that's how the match would end.
Yeah.
Because it's not like the Wyatts were not done with Ryan based on their
last night on Raw.
That promo talking to Abigail, who apparently is an imaginary somebody rocking a chair.
Yeah.
Or is it the chair? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. So and how about that Raw that they gave? Pretty. It was like a pay-per-view length match between those two.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course, people seemed confused throughout the night. Mm-hmm. They kind of teased it like it was like a title match, but it really wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't. No.
So that kind of takes some people off, I think. In reading, about it, but that it was what it was. I mean, you didn't think that they'd really have the WWE Championship on the line against Daniel Bryan after that, anyways. So, but they still gave us a pretty long match, and of course, Orton with the low blow to get the DQ.
Yeah,
it figures. They're not gonna have a decisive finish there.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I thought that was an interesting ending to Raw. Of course, then Cena coming out and in the end
looking like an idiot too.
Yeah, in the end, Orton
left the ring and then just turns around and RKO.
Yeah, and then of course, earlier in that edition of Raw, I mean, you had that opening segment.
Yeah, the ceremony.
Yeah, where of course, Cena has the microphone on stage and was kind of calling Orton out and this and that.
You're an idiot.
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
I don't know. I don't think that was received very well.
I thought that was weird that when the final two guys Orton has to walk past, because the whole roster is supposedly on stage. The final two guys has to walk past is Cena on one end and Bryan on the other end. And they're just staring at him like he's just like I guess being the Kai Healy just waves both belts off I beat both of you guys to get these things here.
Apparently, I read that it was a last-minute decision for Orton to also come out with the World Heavyweight Championship still.
Huh.
I read that on No DQ&A. I don't know how, but that's what I heard. I heard it was like a last-minute decision.
Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting. But it appears that the idea, I guess, is to maybe, use the WWE Championship. Maybe they'll modify it given that they want to call
well,
it
that's what I thought. I mean, because I figured that's the newest belt. They're not going to get rid of it so fast. I mean,
yeah. I mean, they might slightly modify it, but I mean, I think the concept would still be there. But yeah, I mean, I guess we'll have to wait and see when they actually would do that too. Live on Raw or whatever, they show all new bells.
Well,
I don't know.
I think next week's gonna be a throwaway show since we already know what the theme of next week's show is gonna be.
Yeah.
The battle
Bad Santa versus the battle for Christmas or whatever.
Exactly. We got Damien Santa playing the bad Santa and Mark Henry playing the good Santa, which I'm sure is making Megan Kelly so happy that a black Santa is going to be featured.
Yeah. Yeah, quite.
I'm sure people know what the hell I'm talking about. The whole Megan Kelly white Santa debacle that's happening on Fox News at one.
Not only that, they can call it the world's strongest Santa too.
Exactly.
And then
Damien Sandow look like I guess doing his best Billy Bob Thornton bad Santa impersonation.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because if you remember that movie, he has looks like an alcoholic. He's been drinking slightly a bit. Has maybe some alcohol stuff on has a very dirty beard.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dirty suit. I mean, he looks like a bum essentially.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not.
How about his also their assistants? You got AJ and Tamina for Damien.
Yeah.
And then the Bella twins for Mark Henry.
Yeah.
Well, Hornswoggle, his head elf.
Yeah.
Kind of always throw an elf as small person joke I guess in there.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not particularly looking forward to it, but
but it's gonna happen, Tyler.
Yeah, I mean it's
gonna be the main event probably of the show too.
And
last year's.
Yeah, I mean at least it might not be as bad as last year's, just because you
mean Mick Foley and Seth again run over by Del Rio?
Yeah.
Cena having to save the spirit of Christmas apparently.
Yeah. Yeah, it might.
Good Santa versus bad Santa.
Yeah. I don't know.
They used to almost only do that gimmick.
What happened
for tribute to the troops? They did not usually do it for a Raw.
Yeah.
Or SmackDown. They usually just saved it for tribute to the troops.
Yeah.
And it was like JBL for a while. Mm-hmm. JBL was the bad Santa.
Yeah.
well, how he even helped out that one soldier supposedly break the master lock.
Yeah.
Although they supposedly I think like a few weeks later they had Chris Mez go and say technically I did not that did not count because JBL interfered and so on.
Now when was that? Because
that was tribute to the troops.
No, but what year was because technically I remember Bobby Lashley breaking it in I
think 7 or 8.
Building up to his WrestleMania match with Umaga, the Battle of the Billionaires match.
Yeah.
That was when Lashley got pushed through the roof for that company, essentially.
Yeah, he was getting a pretty good push.
Yeah. 7 or 8.
But I mean,
and then, until he told Vince McMahon, I don't want to wrestle anymore. I want to be an MMA fighter now.
Yeah. Well, one of
those commitments.
I remember following that comeback, and I think who was it? Michael Hayes. Who's one of the WWE writers or something. He's had a history of being racist.
Oh, that moment. Oh yeah. I remember that on SmackDown. He got fired.
Yeah.
Well, no, I would say fired. He got suspended.
And there was
He's as far as I know, he's still I don't know if he's the head writer of SmackDown. Still, because he was the head writer of SmackDown. Yeah. But it was just that. I mean, Mark Henry got offended.
Right.
MVP I think was on the roster at the time. I mean, there was
supposedly that was a big factor in Bobby Lashley not coming back, and I don't know. I mean, that was a while ago.
I don't know about Bobby there because Bobby. I think when they said I think Bobby was on Raw, which means he would.
He was on Raw, but
which means he would even run into because this is when he was still
because I think back then
because usually how it worked back in the day was that Michael Hayes would run SmackDown and only SmackDown, and there would be there would be combined.
I think there was some kind of back then. This was a while ago. I mean, there was some kind of report
because I always heard. Why are two things too? I think one was that it might be. Was it Alicia Fox? He had his girl. He was dating a diva.
What's her name?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget. She wasn't a Divas champion or anything like that.
No. I didn't know she was even active there, but supposedly Lashley was dating her in that.
Yeah.
And supposedly she got cut.
She was released.
And whatever, I guess kind of almost like how John Morrison reacted to when Melina got fired. They kind of just both got an argument. I mean, in Bobby's case, it was also that he kind of like Brock. He didn't want to be in the wrestling business forever.
Yeah.
Makes Vince look like an idiot. This is the guy you push through the roof. I mean, we all know about the whole ECW.
I forget her name. Yeah.
I mean, we go for the whole ECW, the back with the Paul Heyman's told constant times now. Punk was supposed to be the winner of that chamber, but Vince wasn't high on Punk.
Yeah.
You know, he wanted Bobby to win. Bobby Lashley was his guy. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. The build and the everything, but yeah. And then speaking of Punk now.
Yeah.
I guess we can. Interesting segment. Yeah. Interesting segment on Raw. This obviously leading up to that match that we talked about when the Usos were the the voted for team or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I mean that was an interesting segment there with Shawn Michaels coming out.
Yeah.
Some good, some good insults thrown in there.
Mm-hmm.
More more heelish ways from HBK.
Yeah.
There's rumors going around that WWE wants him to try to come back for one more match at WrestleMania. I don't know if you've read about that. I still think that Michaels is committed to not wrestling.
Yeah. But then again,
that's reports.
Then again, like I said, Rock's not coming back. Hogan might come back, but is his name alone going to be able to sell tickets?
There's a lot of names. Yeah.
Goldberg's still been rumored out there. That rumor has not gone away.
Right.
In fact, Goldberg has I think confirmed with one in an interview that Triple H has called him.
Yeah.
That's as far as he's got to know. He said no contract. Because he pretty much said, look, it's in their court, and they already know what my demands are. Yeah. And he's the thing they're going to meet all of those demands. But we'll see what happens when we get close to the Mania, how this company reacts to certain scenarios like that. Because you do know that they're going to want some big former guys to come back to sell tickets.
Right. And apparently, I think, from what I heard, like Shawn Michaels forgot one of his lines or something in this segment. I don't know if... But I think that's where CM Punk interjected with, the whole thing, like the 13-year-old me or something.
Yeah.
Loved when you kicked me in the face or etc. And but this is good. I mean, he's it seems like he's going to feud with Authority again, and I think CM Punk's at his best when he feuds with Authority.
Yeah, but
so maybe we'll see some pipe bombs come back.
To me, I don't want to see him face Michaels. Although I'm with you, I don't think he's coming out of retirement.
Yeah.
I think he's committed.
Maybe get the win back over Triple H at some point.
No, I'm still begging he wins the Rumble and it's him and Orton.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's too.
Because to me, that's his. And honestly, based on the current match cards set up, the current matches that are either known or rumored, that should be the main event. And if that's the case, Punk can just check off that final thing that he's been dying to get. Well, tell you two things, because I bet he wants to win a Rumble match at least once. So check. And main event Mania, check. Because I don't know what other match you can put in front of that.
Yeah, kill two birds in short span of time.
Put Hogan in front of it.
So.
Well, I told Corey this earlier there. Like I said, the whole Hogan match return deal. I mean, granted, it's supposed to be his match if he has a match. Because there's still this whole debate of can he even physically get in the ring anymore in a match. But, we'll see. But it's supposed to involve Cena. So this is Cena's deal, supposedly at the next at Mania.
Of course it involves Cena. Cena's the biggest Hulk Hogan fan ever. I mean, he impersonates him so many times in the ring. You can just see it all the time.
But the question has always been, would it be a single or a tag match? I'm leaning more tag, because if Hogan's going to get in the ring, the safest bet is he's only in half of the match, or maybe even barely in the match at all.
Yeah. I don't want to see a John Cena versus Hulk Hogan. That would be horrible.
Good
Lord, I wouldn't even. I definitely wouldn't want to buy the media for that.
That supposedly almost happened at WrestleMania 25. That was close until that was literally John Cena's Edge's going to face Big Show 1-on-1. I don't know who's going to be the babyface or heel in that feud. I really don't. But John Cena's whole goal was it was going to be him and Hogan until Hogan called WWE and said it can't be done. He has to get back surgery. So he couldn't take Impact or anything there. And like I said, Cena, supposedly on TMZ, got asked, what's your thoughts on Hogan coming back wrestling? He says, he's too old to wrestle. So Cena's taking shots at Hogan, which some people said are implying that might be a storyline thing there, too, because they don't think that Cena would say that stuff unless he was being told by somebody. Kind of like how those Raw comments were said in a radio interview one time.
Long time ago, yeah.
That supposedly wasn't John's. That was Vince's idea to try to get maybe The Rock to show up.
It was pretty far in advance.
Yeah,
I mean, if you think about it.
Oh yeah,
because
if you notice that stopped because the thing with Vince was too is that Rock was just brushing off those comments like who's this little guy
it's
talking smack here, and most of the fans were signing with Rock here like what's Cena trying to. He's just like, it's no big deal. I don't care if he doesn't come back, but I wish he would come back because and they just start taking shot after shot after shot. Yeah. But I mean, I think then But like I said, I don't see why he would say comments about Hogan if it wasn't being told by somebody to say those things. And it wasn't story related. But if that's the case, then it's going to be Hogan, Cena 1, which you do not want to see. Because I doubt...
Hogan will end up going in the ambulance right on
because
out.
what else? Yeah.
One FU is going to knock him out.
One attitude adjustment and his back just snaps the ring then.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Like I said, if it's a tag team, my guess, him against Triple H and Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Put a 70-year-old with a 70-year-old.
Safest bet you can make probably not that
well,
ring.
Vince can't wrestle for crap anymore. We know that already.
Exactly. So he won't throw any stiff punches. He won't do. I mean, it's just a certain. Because I tell you what, if you put him in with some young guy, they're gonna take a full advantage of Hogan as much as they can. Because he realizes this is Hulk Hogan, and I guarantee they're gonna throw stiff punches, stiff kicks, because they want to show the crowd this is an old guy who should not be anywhere near the squared circle anymore.
Yeah.
Vince McMahon, being the businessman that he is, will sell whatever Hogan throws at him. And people believe it because, like I say, Coyson, he's not an active wrestler, and he's a 70-year-old man, like Hogan's like a 60-year-old man. So if that's the case, that's just my guess. That's the safest bet you could do. Have Triple H and Vince McMahon team up against Hogan and Cena. For what purpose? I don't know.
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
But if you want Hogan to wrestle, fine. But that's the safest matchup you can have, where it comes off as the fans not saying you suck, this is boring.
Yeah.
And worst of all, not saying Hulk Hogan to the hospital.
Yeah, as soon as that happens, everybody's gonna drop their jaw and be like, "Oh, geez,"
because
somebody wasn't thinking in the back there.
Yeah, because I don't believe any WrestleMania matches ended with a hospital trip from.
Nope, but there was a pay-per-view that involved a trip. Ugh.
Yeah, because obviously, like we've said, I mean, Hogan would be really limited. I mean, you wouldn't see any leg drops. Anything
because his hip replacement would burst.
The ring
his
would
knees
have to,
his knees are terrible too.
The ring would have to be made of pillows for him to do that, and so
extra soft.
I think he said one time it was actually Toronto. He was at a charity event with Rob Ford, the crack smoking Toronto mayor now, as he's known now. This is before that incident came out too, but like he got interviewed and it was like about the whole what's his current shape, and he's like, yeah, all those leg drops I took really like damaged my hip and everything there. So he actually recommended people do not do any leg drops anymore. And it wouldn't sound much then. But somebody should be telling Fandango not to do a leg drop with the top rope anymore. Because if Hogan, if that leg drop is what damaged his hip, what's Fandango doing to his hip? Jumping off the top rope doing it.
Well, at least don't do it as often as Hogan did.
I think even Matt Hardy used to do that all the time, was jump off the leg jump off the top rope too. So
top rope, he jumped off a 50-foot ladder.
Well, but yeah, no. So, I mean, but like I said, there's that. Goldberg's rumored.
Right.
That's been rumored for a while, but
Baldy.
I don't. The problem for that is the only guy that anybody would say would make sense is Ryback, but or let's just say Ryback, him and Curtis Axel, the tag team.
Yeah, now they're teamed up.
We're gonna have a body versus body fight.
Like I said, if it's Ryback and Goldberg, it's going to be a 2-minute spear jackhammer, and that's it.
Yeah.
Because really, would anybody take Ryback seriously if he was in that ring with Goldberg?
Yeah.
Well, honestly, Goldberg can't even handle a good long match. Most of his long matches have been crap.
Well, that's the thing, and he's in his 40s now.
And they really let off the gas pedal with Ryback anyway. So I mean, it's not like they'd have a really long
It'd basically be like, "Hey, impersonator, guess what? I just kicked your ass." There I go.
I mean, how? I mean, one could make someone competitive. Biggie Langston could you just throw in there? He's a young guy, but here's the thing there too.
It would still only be about a 5-minute match.
Well, besides that too, they're high on Biggie Langston right now, and I don't think they want to have him lose to a 40-year-old man in a ring, straight up lost in that. And that's another problem with the whole Goldberg deal is that WWE was supposed to want Goldberg to come back, but put somebody over. Yeah. And Goldberg has said he's not coming back to lose in one match. Right. So if that's the case, and they want him so badly, and it sounds like they do want him so badly.
Yeah.
Which you might be right, Tyler. Maybe they are going to push the hell out of Shawn to come back because they clearly are desperate for some part-timers to come back for one more match.
Yeah. Because I mean, it's a report I read too. I mean, it's not.
Well, like I said, let's look at the rest of the rumored matches so far. Like I said, Sin Cara, Rey Mysterio.
Right.
The whole point of that match
the
is
fake Sin Cara. The fake.
Remember,
Sin Cara.
A lot of
but that the whole point of that's to finally break this mask record in a stadium supposedly. The Rhodes family got Cody against Dustin Rhodes in a one-on-one match. Okay, I'm gonna enjoy the hell out of that feud because I think Dustin Rhodes has shown so much for a guy in his 40s.
Right. coming
than
back.
I've ever seen anybody in his 40s perform. I mean, it's almost like when Ricky Steamboat was even performing too. I mean, he was clearly still a shell of his former self, but he was throwing moves down that some guys in the back couldn't even pull off.
Yeah.
So I mean,
well, it was also.
So where's the money? Where's the money match so far out of all these cards here so far? So you need some former guys to come back.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. The main event should be Orton Punk.
Yeah.
Because that's the only match that can actually live to a main event.
Right.
Well, it's not going to be Taker's match because it's Taker.
What's it do? Taker Brock Lesnar.
Taker Lesnar. Yeah.
Which might be the only actual part timer so far that might actually intrigue people.
The only two. Yeah. Yeah, and then you figure somehow maybe Triple H will be thrown in the mix too, as far as part timers. Even though he only wrestles in major pay-per-views now.
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, his opponent could. If Hogan's coming back and it's him and Cena, Triple H is coming into that feud. Yeah. They're not going to feed a Hogan Cena team to some random It's not going to be Miz and R-Truth or something like that. It's not going to be like that because hopefully they learn the lesson from Survivor Series.
The awesome truth.
Well, yeah, but. What you're gonna have a has-been and the top guy go over against two guys who barely are considered main event guys, just bury them right on the spot. I just think you put Triple H and Vince, you don't really hurt anybody.
Yeah.
Hogan beats the hell out of Vince, pins him, boom, there you go.
Which is what fans want to see.
Nobody hurts.
Yeah,
exactly. Doesn't hurt anybody. Doesn't hurt Triple H. He's not a full-time guy anymore. He can take a loss.
Right. Yeah. He runs he's like the
he's
COO.
second in command, technically, Tyler. Yeah. I mean, so
they gotta think of something because it's gonna be their 30th anniversary. So
Yeah, they have to do something big.
Well, that's the thing too. And the reason why maybe a lot of push for Shawn Michaels too, because I mean, would I want to see the match? Yeah, because these two guys never really faced each other one on one. I think they tag team went once.
Yeah.
But yeah, they never faced each other. Closest was I think
Now we got a knocking on the door. How about that?
Huh.
So
according to CM Punk, the closest was WrestleMania 25. It was a press conference, and they asked Punk, a media guy did, who you want to face at 25, and he said, "I would love to face Shawn Michaels." He said it's Houston, Texas. It's his home state, it's a wide stadium. This is just a second. Yeah. But then again, Michaels I think was also at the press conference, and there was a whole HBK Taker chant going, and Shawn Michaels just smiled and said, "Wow, me and Taker, the two old guys getting that ring again." He's kind of brushing it off there, but I think when they heard that chant, they just figured, okay, we'll do that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Do I want to see it? Yeah, I'll see it, but I'd rather have Punk experience a main event.
Main event, yeah.
Against Orton. If Michaels faces Punk, could that be kind of vote to a main event? Maybe, possibly.
Yeah.
But I also want to see a title match close Mania, not a non-title match close Mania.
Yeah. Yeah, because like a couple years ago with Rock and Cena closing, even though CM Punk was WWE champion then and
second to last year.
Yeah, so that's definitely under consideration there, and then of course there's also the idea of Bryan facing HBK if he were to come back too, at WrestleMania. So that since he was the mentor of Bryan. So that's I mean those ideas are thrown around. Apparently, the HBK coming out to CM Punk was kind of just to just to kind of fill the gaps of that
authority
because he was calling out CM Punk was calling out Triple H
and Stephanie if they wanted to come out anytime too.
Yeah, so obviously down the road there's going to be a clash there.
And like I said, he's feuding with Orton. He's telling feuding with Triple H and Steph because that's still their handpicked champion. They've still confirmed that.
Right.
It sounds like they're losing faith in this guy here and trying to screw him as much as they can.
Yeah, it seems like they're trying to put a little twist on it there. But yeah, I mean, right now...
Alice? Yep.
Right now
she did call. Yeah, she called.
Right now it's like the enemies... If you're enemies with Orton, you're enemies of the authority and vice versa. So, anything's really possible there.
Mm-hmm. Respect my authority.
Right. And I guess, we'll with this whole Santa thing coming up next week, I mean, I guess we'll wait and see how much they really accomplish.
I don't see... I see this being the featured match on the card. And probably a lot of... Hell, it's supposed to be from the North Pole, too. They literally are advertising that this brawl will happen from the North Pole. So I don't even know if it's going to be in the ring, or they're just going to say, we're live from the North Pole.
Yeah.
We got some elves here and everything,
Yeah.
Probably have, the referees dressed up as, Mall Sanders and security. I don't know. I mean, I guarantee. Well, actually, I think during SmackDown special one time they had Michael Cole and
And Michael Cole was dressed up as a reindeer. It's hilarious.
no, well, no, but as an elf or something. Well, yeah, there's just been like Christmas
No, it was
outfits.
Mick Foley wanted to do Christmas early. It was like November something of a SmackDown, so it was gonna be his Christmas special.
Well, Mick Foley was Santa there.
No, it was December. It was December 2nd.
That was
And what happened was you had Booker T dressed up as Santa Claus,
Yep.
and he did a spinneroonie within that costume.
Uh-huh.
And then you had Michael Cole come out as reindeer, and everybody was just cracking up because it's like,
well, I don't know.
Cole.
I remember when it was Sheamus against David Otunga in a 34th Street fight or something like that.
Yeah.
We were going 34th Street fight, and there was stuff like, I think at one point like Otunga got hit with like a cookie tray, as Orton just had like some cookies in his mouth too. Like,
yeah.
I think that was the December 2nd one with Mick Foley because there was a lot. That was where Hornswoggle got
his voice. Yeah.
He beat Sheamus.
It was a battle royal, and the
royal.
winner got to get one wish from Santa.
Yeah.
It was down to Hornswoggle and Sheamus, and Hornswoggle eliminated Sheamus. If you could believe, this was Sheamus
Yeah, I
like his
remember
main
that.
event push too. Like this is
Yeah.
the year where he's supposed to be like won the Rumble and everything.
Yeah.
And then Hornswoggle goes up and gets like talks to Santa and gets like his voice. And you got I think it's Arn Anderson and Roddy Piper saying like, "Well, gee, Mick is or and all of a sudden they see Mick, and he's not in a Santa outfit. He's like, "Hey, look, I can talk." And then they turn and they see the chair's empty. Then they look at their eggnog, which I guess is like alcohol, and they're like, "Oh, we have to want to drink." Apparently.
Yeah. Yeah, and speaking of Sheamus too, I mean, with the WrestleMania, Royal Rumble coming up and everything, we'll have to factor that in too, and RVD.
And Chris
As
Jericho,
far as
possibly.
matches go, Chris Jericho,
Chris Jericho, maybe. I mean,
Chris Jericho will probably show up at the Rumble as a
like last.
special appearance.
all I know is
I don't
WWE
think he'll show up as number as like.
All I
He's not
number
an
two.
entrant.
All I know is that WWE has been contacting some former guys to make appearances and even bring up some NXT guys maybe to make their debut at the Rumble, like Bo Dallas did.
Yeah.
His believers and everything.
Yeah.
Because that's what he calls his fans at NXT. They are believers.
As long as they don't bump it to
Yeah.
40 people. That was a horrible Rumble.
Yeah. That's, and see, I think that went to show, like at that time they
Mhm.
had like a lot of
Yeah.
they had a lot of like extra talent, and then like
Yeah.
after that, it seemed like they really cut down on talent.
Yoshitatsu was in the Rumble.
Oh my God!
That
Yeah.
tells
Which
you
last
what
year,
they were
yeah.
doing.
But yeah, no, definitely. I mean,
Oy.
no, but I mean, definitely a interesting Rumble this year as far as who's going to make the cut because it is definitely a thin roster.
Yeah, exactly. Which last year we kind of saw when they cut it back down to 30. We
Yeah, definitely.
kind of saw the
They barely could
idea
fill
of
those
that.
30 spots.
Yeah.
You could tell.
Yeah. So.
You got all three members of 3MB showing up. I mean, all the
Right.
primetime players. Brodus Clay, Tenza. I mean, you name it. All bunch of throwaway guys.
Yeah.
But yet you still had
That's over 10 right there,
you
probably.
still had
almost. And then,
you still had the Godfather make an appearance. Granted,
yeah.
As usual, I'm gonna walk out my hoe train, do a little dance. It's still called the hoe train. I don't care what people say.
Granted,
Went in the ring and then
Yeah.
came back out.
yep, still walked back dancing. Granted, they were the most covered up hoes I ever saw in my life. There was so much clothes. Not a whole lot of skin showing in the hoes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Wayne. It's not back to the Attitude Era where
No, I like when they say like we're trying to do PG products here. So here comes the Godfather, the pimp character.
Yeah. Yeah. It's.
See, that was their one and only special appearance that year.
Yeah.
Which is funny because there was like all these rumors of like, well, Sean and Benjamin I heard is coming back and Colito's coming back and
And they were just so
And all
happens
these-
they had an independent circuit little thing going on at the same.
same spot,
Spot.
same location.
Yeah.
But
So people
oh,
really
yeah,
flipped. They
e-
thought, "Oh my gosh,
even
Sean
M-
Benjamin and Carly."
even MVP and MVP like even responded on Twitter was like, I'm in Japan right now. I don't know what for this whole. I think even like Sean Benjamin like even responded saying, yeah, I saw myself in the Rumble. Man, I look awesome in the Rumble. like someone was just like making fun of the whole idea. It's like, no, we don't work there anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Though WWE was talking to Sean Benjamin, but I think he rejected when they came to him.
I wouldn't mind seeing Benjamin back there.
Yeah,
I think
me
the guy's always been the guy was a hell of an athlete. I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh yeah, I saw when I.
his problem was always his mic skills always killed
Yeah.
him.
So
Yeah.
he had one less part of the it factor you need.
Yeah.
The mic
Yeah.
part, but
But yeah, no, I remember he got pushed for the roof when he first got it. How he beat Triple H like 3 straight weeks one time on Raw.
Yeah.
One pinfall, one count out. I think one was like a DQ finish. But
he was your big main guy who did the biggest bumps for a Money in the Bank.
Yeah,
he would
like,
even acknowledge. I think even in his last like Money in the Bank match, he would acknowledge like I'm going to do something crazy this year.
Yeah,
because I always do something crazy in this match.
Yeah, he did like T-bone off the top. The one interesting one was he ran up a lean ladder, clothesline
the first
guy,
one. Yeah, the first one. The first one.
Put the guy out.
Yeah.
But that's where you saw his athletic ability right there. But
yeah,
but he was also hated backstage too. He had quite an attitude with him. If you want to, best example, WrestleMania 25 when he took a crazy spot off a top ladder, and I think only 2 people tried to catch him. It was like the entire field was down there, and you clearly saw nobody was trying to catch the guy.
Yeah.
So clearly nobody cared if he fell on his head and like snapped his neck and ended his career did. So.
Yeah.
And as for Carlito, we already know he's not going to come back to like. The only reason he would come back is if Cena would apologize to him, probably with a big fat sorry.
Well, yeah, because those guys had I don't know how did he say they used to be friends, but he hated the fact because it was remember 2007 when there was like a lot of injuries. Yeah. Another sign of a thin roster there, but that was because there was a lot of main event injuries. And Khalil was like having all these matches with like Triple H, like main event guys. It was like Khalil wasn't even getting pushed at all. Yeah. And John Cena mostly like said in an interview, like this is what Khalil said in an interview. Like John like came up to him one time and said, like, dude, what are you doing? This is your shot. Like, there's nobody here. You're getting put. You're getting in these matches, and you just don't give a damn. And Khalil's just like I think I guess the fight just tells me like, don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do. I don't care. Yeah. Like I'm sick and tired of these lies about. Oh, you're getting your shot soon, Khalil. You're getting your shot, and I never get my shot. Yeah. Like I think he even said like he was going to let his contract expire and he was leaving. Then Vince came and said, "No, you don't understand, Khalil. We're giving you a shot soon." And Khalil, like he said, he's heard this from Vince countless of times. Probably thought he was lying. Yeah. But yeah, he took the deal anyway, and he's just
bumped down the tag team.
Yeah, which basically I already actually enjoyed that. I actually liked working with Primo and being tag team champions and that. But
I actually found out though the Epico is actually Primo's brother. So he's also Carlito's brother. I didn't even know.
You mean Los Matadors?
Yeah, which
another racial gimmick that Vince McMahon came up with. This gonna be like a top 10 like racist gimmicks that Vince ever came up with. I should be fair. I don't even think Vince comes up with any gimmicks anymore. But like back in the day, some of the gimmicks that were clearly Vince McMahon's brainchild.
The gobbledygookler. Freaking.
But I mean like Tony Atlas is like wearing this tribal uniform like one time, like African tribal uniform.
If you want to actually see most of those gimmicks, Wayne, they did it at WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. I think it was like WrestleMania 19. I think it was
17.
No, 17.
The gimmick battle royal. Yeah,
yep, 17.
A chance to really go back down memory lane of all the shitty gimmicks that came in.
They even brought out Michael P. Hayes as a fabulous Freebird outfit. Yeah. It was like,
which wasn't really a bad gimmick. I mean, that's what he's famous for. Yeah. But yeah, I know you had the
Gobbledygooker was one.
No, oh crap! What was the hockey player's name?
I don't.
You had the Dumpster guy. I wish I knew these guys' names here, but
I watched the match. Oh my gosh, but that was a horrible one.
Yeah, Iron Sheik's first WrestleMania win in his career. Well, actually, first one in like a while, but.
They included your actual more well-known ones.
Don Tony and Kevin Cass brought us up for WrestleMania 30. Why not do a WCW Battle Royal?
Yeah.
Bring back Scott Steiner. Bring back have Booker T in the match. Have Goldberg come. DDP.
Yeah.
A WCW Battle Royal.
Yeah.
It's in the Superdome. I mean, honestly, if they would do that at 27 in Atlanta, that's pretty much the Georgia Dome was pretty much like their Mania stadium essentially, but. I mean, the problem with that there is that you have to then explain to people who the hell all these guys are.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the gimmick one worked because it was, you had a bunch of guys from the company that had a gimmick. Here you're talking about another company that maybe I don't think most young people even know even existed back in the day.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So, yeah. So with Christmas coming up, I came up with this random video idea called the 12 Pains of Cena.
Huh.
You've heard the 12 Pains of Christmas, right?
Yeah.
So I thought this idea of making this video of various sound bites of WWE superstars, with various little gripes about Cena.
Oh, okay.
Like so I thought why don't I just put them together to this the
12
instrumental version
of the 12 Days of Christmas.
of a random and then just adding in the the third pane of Cena, that's etc. So I'm gonna try to put that up soon on the channel. I think that might a lot of not just to create hate around Cena, but just because it might
bring in the holiday cheer.
Just because it wasn't done yet, and a lot of people I think could think it's funny because the 5 moves of doom and stuff like that.
Apparently, nobody got the "you might be a John Cena fan" joke though.
So yeah,
it's like everybody got that.
I don't know how many. I haven't even checked on how many people.
But to be fair, it's not like Bill Engvall was a relevant guy anymore.
Yeah, or Jeff Foxworthy.
Yeah. So, I was gonna say, when it's Jeff Foxworthy, Bill Engvall is here's your sign.
Oh yeah, that's right, Jeff Foxworthy. Yeah. What's the point? I think I even got their names now. Though I did see Larry the Cable Guy and is in the new Medea Christmas movie.
Don't go see it.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah.
It's a Tyler Perry production.
Larry the Cable Guy in a Tyler Perry movie. I never thought that would ever happen.
Desperate for money.
Yeah. But anyways, that's that random video idea. I should put that up soon.
Speaking of random
people
videos,
might think that's funny.
WWE tag teaming with none other than Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, how about that?
For WrestleMania DVD. I showed Wayne the trailer.
Yeah.
Because I had it had popped up on my YouTube, like one of my.
Guess what the muster is, Tyler? That they're gonna unmask in this one.
What?
Gigantic bear.
A gigantic bear.
But
and we all know which superstar likes to wrestle bears. It's not in this DVD.
The list of superstars they plucked. You got John Cena, who's actually voicing it.
Yeah.
Triple H, AJ Lee, Kane, a masked Kane.
Yep.
And Triple H is in his tights. He's not.
But he does have a shaved head.
He does have a shaved head though.
Yeah.
Sin Cara, Santino Marella, Brodus Clay. Those are like the main voice ones, and of course Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
And
voicing himself, of course.
There was, from the trailer, it looked like you might see Big Show and possibly Christian, but I don't know if they're being voiced because it doesn't seem like they've been.
I saw the trailer again. I think they're just generic guys.
Generic guys. Either way, there may be some other faces.
Yeah.
I mean,
even then, not even all the.
I don't know. I just remember when this got announced, like maybe last year. Like people were asking, "Well, why no Sheamus? Why no Punk?" Because those guys were kind of main event guys at the time.
Yeah. Punk doesn't want to do a movie.
No. Apparently, it was those guys did not get asked because both of their contracts were almost expiring.
Yeah.
And tell you, they're still due to expire now, and WWE does not want to advertise somebody that might be leaving them to come next year, maybe.
Yeah.
Because we've all heard Punk do it Twitter now, where he says like, "Oh, maybe 2 more years of wrestling, and then I'm done."
Yeah.
I think that's just being done as a negotiating tactic, knowing how far this guy went in the last negotiation. I don't care. I'll walk out. I don't care if I lose it in my hometown. I'll walk out if I get a good deal.
Yeah. My guess. So let me guess. Like Cena's gonna be like the Fred of the group.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
Well, I mean,
and then AJ Lee be like.
Well, they're partnering with Scooby Doo and the Mystery Team.
Right.
Yeah,
it's a partnership.
Oh,
it's
so
a partnership.
And actually, it's not just WWE Studios. It's Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers is actually the
home video. Yeah.
Actually, head production behind it. So
it should at least be
it should be better than the just plain WWE Studios stuff.
Yeah.
We got Warner Brothers backing it. However, I don't know. All I know is these guys are actually going to be helping the Mystery Crew. Basically, imagine the Harlem Globetrotters when they did it way back when for that one special. That wasn't even
and the Three Stooges, and
then
those old cartoon specials, celebrity guests.
It's going to kind of be like that idea, where they're going to come and help defeat the monster with the help of the Mystery Group.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because apparently Scooby and Shaggy actually get in a ring.
Kane actually chokes both of them in a ring. Apparently piss off Kane somehow.
Vince McMahon utters his famous lines, "Welcome to WrestleMania!"
Yeah.
But they don't say where the Mania is happening, nothing.
Looks like a generic arena in some small town.
Yeah.
It's a domed arena, though. We know that much. Yeah. It's an indoor. But,
Cena does the $5 shuffle to the bear. And just the "you can't see me" line also do.
Just to tell you how popular that movie is going to be, it goes directly to DVD. It's coming out in March.
Yeah.
Because the
WrestleMania
rest of
season.
DVD,
WrestleMania
the
season.
rest of DVD, it's not gonna be out in the theaters or anything.
Wait,
So.
but the last time they made a theater release for Scooby Doo was Scooby Doo 2, the live action movie.
I know,
which nobody wants to talk about anymore.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. But I mean, when it comes out, I'm not gonna go buy it. I'm gonna go find. I know some sites where I can probably find it.
He's gonna legally watch it on the internet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go watch it first, and then decide if I want to get it. Because I'm a Scooby Doo fan. I've been a Scooby Doo fan since I was a little kid. So we'll see how well they can actually tag team it together.
I wish they had Scrappy Doo in it. Maybe get some puppy power in there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Some of the wrestlers they put on there, I was just like, why?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I should say you hear Bo's Clay say somebody call my mama, which is funny since that's not even his gimmick. That's the thing. A lot of these gimmicks, like AJ's dressed up like how when she was a baby face, kind of. Now she's a heel and kind of going for the psychopath gimmick.
Yeah.
Brodus Clay looks like he's going to do the somebody call my mama gimmick.
Oh, the Miz is another one.
Oh yeah, the Miz is in it too. Yeah, of course the Miz. Can't forget about him. He's been so featured on television for so long.
Yeah.
And, I mean, not even all of the people they have are actually being voiced by the actual people. Some are and some aren't. It hasn't been fully confirmed
well,
who is and who
I think the ones who are, you do hear their voices in the trailer. Like Johnson, you do hear the Miz's voice.
Yeah.
Because he can't avoid to not be featured.
Yeah.
Well, I've been watching.
Granted, the main people they picked, other than Sin Cara and AJ Lee, are people that were featured in WWE Studios movies anyway.
Yeah.
So, obviously, that's why they picked them. I mean, it's probably one of the reasons why. It's like, hey, you guys, were in a movie before. Here, we're going to throw you in another one.
I mean, besides that, I mean, Tribute to the Troops is coming up too. I mean, I noticed on their site they've been showing some behind the scenes of them hanging out with some troops, doing some stuff. Like, they showed Biggie Langston and Daniel Bryan playing pool with them. And not doing well. I should say they had a chance to win, but they miscalled the eight ball, which always is how you always
hit it in the wrong pocket.
Wrong pocket. Yeah. Yet, although Biggie Langston had an argument, they both were trying to argue with the troops, saying no, we definitely called this pocket here. And I guess the troops kind of like joking and said no, kind of like the Daniel Bryan's no way.
Yeah.
They also, like usual, they got to a firing range, fired some guns.
Yeah.
Biz was bragging about how he was so awesome. John did not do as well, and I was waiting for like some Marine comment to just get made. Well, but I thought you were in a Marine movie. Did you go for like any actual training to prepare for that role?
Yeah.
They went through actor boot camp.
Actor boot camp.
I don't think he fired an actual gun in that. It was more just the physical part.
Yeah, but I know. I just thought maybe he actually maybe go through like test fire an actual firearm just so he.
Well, and he's test fired many things for Tribute to the Troops.
But usually, definitely, yeah.
Usually, what he just cared about doing was shooting it. I don't think he cared where it aimed.
Yeah. So
thank you, Bruce Willis.
Yeah. So I guess that'll wrap things up on the great wrestling debate today. I mean.
Yeah. Next week we'll review who won. Whether Christmas got canceled. Let's all laugh at that. Christmas gets canceled.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, then again, that's kind of what happened. I mean, you have a lot of kids watch. That's the PG direction.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Well, heck, if they're teaming with Scooby Doo, we definitely know it's a PG direction.
Right. Yeah. exactly.
I'm expecting a lot of backstage segments. And like I said, I would not be surprised if Michael Cole says, "We're live from the North Pole here in Monday Night Raw."
Oh yeah, I could definitely see that happen. Embarrassing themselves.
Probably another 34th. Probably some Christmas themed matches too.
Yeah, that's true. See people opening up gifts and like, here's a bowling ball. Let's roll it down the entrance ramp and etc. So yeah, we'll see what's in store there. But
maybe I would say maybe we get another Dolph Ziggler, David Sandow random weapons match. But since Sandow's playing the bad Santa,
I don't know. Yeah,
he was entertaining though. Because he could play such a evil character that
at least Sandow is pretty decent. So he could.
But I'm just like, really, is why was he not world champion again?
Yeah.
like where was his main event push? This guy was promised.
Oh, hopefully in the future he gets it.
He gets Mark Henry, and this is how much he has fallen to as a character.
Yeah.
Granted, he'll be happy. He'll be the good Santa.
Mark Henry only several months removed from that fake retirement, and look, Sandow winning Money in the Bank, and here we are. but hopefully in the future there'll be a different sign for at least Damien Sandow. So.
Yep.
So that'll wrap things up here on the Great Wrestling Debate for today. We'll stay tuned for next week's edition after we recap the battle for Christmas.
The battle for Christmas.
Only on WWE Raw.
Yes.
So thanks for tuning in as always, and also stay tuned for the 12 Pains of Cena video to arrive to a YouTube channel near you. Stay tuned.